Hey guys, it's Ghost Queen. I'm going to be doing some videos about cleansing. I know these months, February and March, can be sort of tough ones for everybody. We've gotten through the holidays. You've passed the point of, your New Year's resolutions, whether you're going to stick to them or not. And, some people just feel a little slumpy in February and March. They can, especially if you're in colder climates, they can be really tough months to get through. And, normally once spring hits, everybody's happy. But these are hard months sometimes. So I want to put up a few videos that might be helpful to raise your spirits this time of year, and some cleansing techniques and grounding techniques. So today I'm going to talk about saltwater cleansing. I have described this method to a couple of friends recently. I actually talked to two different girlfriends in the past week where I was sort of describing these two methods that I like to use. So I thought it'd be good to make a video, share it with everybody, and also have something I can refer people to. So for taking a saltwater bath, I am a huge bath person. I always have been my whole life. I like to soak in the bath. Remember, water is an element and it's actually alive. And, we need water and we're made up of water. So, drinking water is very important. Obviously, by now, everybody knows you should be drinking a lot of water every day. And we just need that water, and you need to keep really hydrated. But I also think it's important to get into the water. That's me personally, whether it's an ocean, a lake, a river, a pond, or a bathtub. I think it's important to get in the water regularly and immerse yourself. Now, to make it an even more powerful combination, you can add salt. So like I say, I'm a huge fan of saltwater cleansing. If you're going to take a saltwater bath, I suggest, first of all, making sure you start out with a very clean tub, but also set the atmosphere, set the mood, light some candles, maybe dim the lights or turn the lights off altogether, have some candles going, and you can even light some incense if you like. I'm a huge fan of frankincense and myrrh when it comes to cleansing. So you can either light some loose incense or some stick incense or cone incense to help set the atmosphere. That makes for a nice aromatherapy, as well as it is a good incense for clearing negative energy. So get your candles going, have a clean tub, get your incense going, dim the lights, have it be a relaxing atmosphere. Do this at a time that you don't think you're going to be bothered by anyone, and when your home is fairly quiet. It can be beneficial to do this at the full moon. You can also draw that extra energy from the full moon. Or, this can also be a good thing to do if you're performing any type of ceremony or ritual. It's a good cleansing technique to use before that. But at any time where you're feeling like maybe a little sluggish, maybe you're feeling kind of negative, you're feeling kind of drained, you're not sure why, this can be a good way to rid yourself of any type of negative energy. So after you've set your atmosphere and you have your clean tub, fill the tub up with hot water. It should be fairly hot. Obviously you don't want to scald your skin, but it should be a very comfortable bath. And a lot of people suggest sea salt for this, and sure, that's great. I'm a big fan of sea salt. However, I don't feel you have to use sea salt. And for saltwater baths, I actually don't use sea salt. So I'm going to tell you what I use. I like to use rock salt in the tub. You can buy it in your local grocery store, your local food shop. Not everywhere sells it, but I have seen it in some chain food stores. So keep your eye out for it. They market it as ice cream salt for making ice cream, but it is rock salt. So this is what it looks like in the box. These boxes do have this handy little pour spout, but I usually open them right up because I'm going to be using a lot of it. It's not expensive. And I also like to use the rock salt just because it is so chunky. I like to put handfuls of this in the water. So as I say, fill the tub up with hot water, whatever salt you're using, take a good few handfuls of it and just chuck it in the water. Now get into the water, take some deep cleansing breaths, and get very relaxed, very calm and comfortable. You want to try to meditate a little in the tub. Close your eyes. Just try to empty your brain of any thoughts, any worries, any stressors. Don't try to not think. That never works. No one can just shut their brain off completely. Just observe the thoughts as they come into your head and then let them pass. And just try to more and more relax your body. You can start at the top and just slowly relax each part of your body until you feel really calm and relaxed. Then you want to try to visualize any black energy leaving your body. I'm a big fan of chanting too. Chanting can be very powerful. So you might want to come up with a particular phrase that you feel comfortable with to chant with your eyes closed while you're visualizing black energy leaving your body. And it can be something as simple as, all black energy is now leaving my body. And just chant it over and over and over, whatever phrase you feel comfortable with. So yeah, you want to visualize all the black energy leaving your body, going into the water. I like to take handfuls of the rock salt, and that's why I like the chunky rock salt, is I will take handfuls of this and I'll actually rub it against my skin. It's a nice sensory feeling, and it's just something I really like to do, and I'll rub it all over my skin on my whole body. This does take longer to dissolve because it's so chunky. So, you can have it be settling on the bottom of the tub and you can scoop up handfuls of it. You can incorporate crystals into this practice as well. You can use clear quartz, which is great for clearing negative energy. You can put it around the tub. You could put it in the tub. Selenite is also a nice one. Any types of crystals that you feel drawn to can be good to use for this practice also. So after you've spent a good amount of time meditating and chanting and visualizing the black energy leaving your body and going into the water, you want to do this for a good amount of time. I would say at least 15 minutes, but you could do it for up to an hour. Obviously the water's going to get cold eventually, so don't be uncomfortable. You definitely want to feel comfortable as you're doing this. So yeah, spend some time. And when you're finished, you want to drain the tub, but then I suggest also rinsing off with fresh water when you're finished, so all residual negative energy is flushed off of your skin. This is a great way, as I say, to cleanse your aura. It should leave you feeling very uplifted, and it's also a form of protection. So this is a great way to cleanse your aura. Now, if you're not a huge fan of taking tubs and you don't want to have that kind of practice regularly, there is another method that you can use that's very similar and the benefits are just as good. And that would be to fill up a bucket, of water. Again, you want to use comfortable temperature water. I like mine pretty hot, but you don't want to scald your skin. So put some nice warm water in a bucket. Handfuls of salt go into the bucket also. Make sure it's nice and stirred up. And then sit in a chair, preferably one with a nice high back like that. You want to have your back nice and straight. Soak your feet in the water and visualize black energy leaving your body. Start at the top of your head. Visualize it actually, sort of going down the length of your body so that it's actually draining out of your body via the soles of your feet and into the water. And same thing when you can meditate and chant, and when you're finished, make sure you rinse your feet with fresh water afterwards and dump that water out in the toilet or down the drain of your tub, whatever works for you. So yeah, guys, this is two really good methods that I like for saltwater cleansing, to cleanse your aura, clean yourself of negative energy. I highly recommend this being part of your regular practice. You can do it once a month. You can do it once a week. You could do it every day, whatever you need. Um, at your particular point in your life, whatever feels necessary, trust your own instincts, guys. No one knows yourself better than you do. Nobody knows what you need better than you do. So these are two really good cleansing techniques that I like. One of the big things I'm going to mention too is, you know, you really need to combat fear in your life. Fear is a killer, stress is a killer, anxiety is a killer, and they all filter back down to fear. So try not to be fearful. Being fearful in itself creates an environment where you're going to attract negative things to you. So you want to try to combat that fear. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. Happy to help anybody out that I can. I'm going to talk about some other methods in some other videos, but that is saltwater cleansing. I hope everybody had a nice Valentine's Day and enjoy the rest of February, and look for some more videos from me soon. Take care, you guys. Be well, be safe, and yeah, I bid you adieu.